Back on my bull, back on my cool. I'm turning it up, they feeling the heat, so they searching for pools. Tripping on me cause I'm doing my thing and they hoping that I'll be the fool. Taking the game and I'm screwing it up while these boys still searching and looking for tools. Playing it cool, faking it cool. Yeah, they get mad cause I'm breaking the rules. Breaking it loose while I'm breaking some news. Give me your pride and I'm breaking that too. They ain't ahead of us, they don't compare to us. They feeling the kick cause they hearing the change like I opened the register. Flexing on tracks cause this thing is not optional. Leg day is coming, I'm jumping the obstacles. Laughing at haters, we thinking it's comical. Yelling outside like we yelling out dominoes. Always be claiming they monsters. Boy, go get you a sponsor. All of that chatting, all of that acting, gon' mess around, get you an Oscar. They calling me Terrence, I hustle and flow. They all on my line cause I'm still in the vote. Your girl all on me cause she feeling the stroke. Make them say whoa when I'm hitting my woe. Talking like I do not got it. You talking like your boy is not it. When you talk, all I hear is yappa, yappa, yada, 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 yada. Most of your favorites ain't dealing with me. Pouring it up like the end of the week. You don't let us in, we still in the keys. We coming from nothing and ending the street. Aiming at throats and taking out knees. They feeling the pressure and know they can't breathe. Winning the races and taking the places and walking they stages like it's a degree. Feel it in your veins, it's a dope flow. Got the whole game in a chokehold. They taking too long, you can't see me now. Put them in boxes like photos. Packing the bags and hitting new land. I do what I want, they do what they can. All in their way, I'm messing up plans. I'm speaking the truth, I keep it a Grant. Waiting for Zel, never will fail. Waist looking slim, she eating her kale. I'm peeping the game and playing it well. She throwing it back like it's way to exhale. Come from the pain, not chasing no fame. I come up with morals, can't slander my name. Thinking what's mine and grabbing the flame. Shooting my shot and yelling out game. Know what's real when I'm giving the feel. Can't look back when you turning the wheel. Go get a doctor, I'm giving the chills. Told them to get out, grab the key and they pill. I warn them that I am a factor. Clearing the way for this tractor. Got some new goals, never will fold. Came too far just to back up. Nah, this ain't what you used to. We ain't tripping on nobody, we just moved through. You couldn't keep up, cause my steps too long. It's time to wake them up, they have slept too long. Zel. I remember when you was crying over tests. You know I held you tight while your head was on my chest. I wanna go back to the times we didn't stress. Everything was black and white, something like a ref. I swear our love is slept on. You can have my left arm. Your friends was talking mess, but you was never crept on. Your mind was saying that, your friends was saying this. I ain't never raised my voice, never once called you a I know as a woman, a lot is on your mind. You thinking about the future, you questioning the time. Well baby, I'm your answer, let me be right by your side. I wanna see you shine, when you tired, let me drive. I ain't in a rush, girl, you know I got the patience. Remember when we used to picture better situations? I know your past struggles, them other guys wasn't wise. But look into my eyes, I promise it's you and I. Baby, please tell me the truth. Please, no more lies about you. Yeah, you know this feeling isn't cool. How can I be your rock? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? When I look into your eyes, I am not seeing a clue. I know you going through it too. How can I stop loving you? We was at my boy's wedding, celebrating love. Now we sitting here like, what the hell is us? I wanna freeze time for the hours that we rush. I thought we had sparks, but that wasn't what it was. College situations, you know that we have planned it. Out of state flights and resorts from when we landed. There's nobody else that I care for in this planet. Kisses on the counter, things I never took for granted. I swear that I can't let you go. You got me all emotional. You used to tell me everything. Now you not approachable. All the laughs that we shared, I thought this never be. Now all we got is missed calls and red receipts. I know I seen this coming. I really tried to stop this. There's so many things I know that we could accomplish. This house ain't the same when I cannot see your face. My heart is in the open. I don't know what else to say. Baby, please tell me the truth. Please, no more lies about you. Yeah, you know this feeling isn't cool. How can I be your rock? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? When I look into your eyes, I am not seeing a clue. I know you going through it too. How can I stop loving you? 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 Hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Talking about some things you was not about. Tell them we don't play like the lockout. Got me feeling like Yeezy on the dropout. Can't deal with no phonies. Flow like baloney. Ain't no game round here, homeboy. This ain't Sony. They said they gon' show me. They said me not on me. Ha, you don't know me. Tell the game what's up now. They hating from the bus now. Been doing this T-Pain. Drop the up down. Oh, I'm on the hunt now. Tell me what you want now. Yeah, I do my dance when you see me in the touchdown. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah.
Go DJ.
Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring.
What's up, Kings fans? We're about ready to start the show. Make sure you smash up that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let us see some love in the chat. We're about to get started.
We don't care about it. Flopping in the whip, got the speakers going crazy. Black party lit, family geeking, getting waved. Grannies to the uncles, to the nieces, to the babes. We gon' get it cracking like a weekend.
Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we about to reinvest on this one. You gotta get to the money, right? Messing with me and you'll never get an inch, player. Been on the court and you are just a bench player. Gotta be tripping if you claiming you ain't heard of me. Feeling like the best, but I guess that's just the nerve of me. Gotta get this bag, gotta push the gas when the engine's bad. Stay on the grind on me, it's your time. They just sad cause they mentions crash, now you know though. I got the dope flow, got the rap game in a chokehold. Can't let go, I got a bet though. Blending on in like a gecko, staying on track so you know that I swerve the honey. Where I'm from, you gotta earn the money. Invest in yourself, don't burn the money. Take a class and learn the money. I got a goal list, I need 4 cribs. For my mom and my pops where they both hit. For my brother in the hills where they don't live. Me and my wife by the ocean. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid.
Speak up. We too high, you can't reach us. Been on the grind since I realized that a young nigga hated recess. This confidence got all these hoes on my penis. Not a genius, I just think a lot. All these bitches been in the corner when I been the block. Steph Curry with the rock when I take my shot. Told y'all niggas I don't need no help. Made to the top, just been myself.
Welcome to Royal Rebounds TV with Calvin and Barry. Just 2 crazy fans of the Sacramento Kings and they sharing their opinion. So be sure that you subscribe. It's for the fans, by the fans. Whether you chilling on the couch or wildin' in the stands. For laid back conversations about the Kings, subscribe here. Staying down until we come up thinking this gon' be our year. We're here, drinking beer, talking about the Kings. Be sure you subscribe so you can hear that bell ring, yeah.
What's up, Kings fans? Welcome back to Royal Rebounds, the Sacramento Kings YouTube channel for fans, by fans. Unfortunately, the Kings lose tonight to the Phoenix Suns 120-109. It's getting ridiculous.
I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's
yeah,
really
shout
ridiculous.
out to all my guys here in the chat. Shout out to Alfie Man. Shout out to Sass, Callum. We got Mentias. Mike Monticello is here. Matthew, Brian, Dylan, Jim. Welcome in, everybody. Christian, I see you here as well. Rough game, but it's okay. It's officially time to start All-Star break, I guess, for the Sacramento Kings. And also for us here at Royal Rebound. Shout out to Jay. Calvin, how's your day today?
Man, off and on, like the rain.
Yeah.
1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold. Kind of like the Sacramento Kings.
How many visitors today asked you if you could do anything about the weather?
Nobody asked me if I could do anything about it, but if I had a nickel for how many times someone asked me how long it was going to rain for, I would have made a lot more money today.
All right. Kings lose. It sucks. I want to definitely talk about the game here. But before we do that, Calvin, I just have a question for you straight up. Like, why the fuck is the Phoenix Suns mascot a gorilla?
I don't know.
Like, does that make any sense at all?
It does not.
They don't want to have somebody dressed up like a sun running around, or?
No, they need to get Jackie Moon down in his sun costume with all the seahorses. That would be a much more accurate mascot.
Is the gorilla's name Sun?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's not Sun.
Okay. Okay. Steve says it's a long story.
Apparently it's a long story.
Well,
I mean, there are plenty of mascots in the NBA that don't match up, right? Like, remember what the Sonics mascot used to look like?
yeah, it's all lame, dude, because Slamson is probably the best mascot in the NBA.
He's up there. Don't be dissing Benny the Bull, but
I mean, does Benny the Bull have roller skates?
he can if he wants to.
Okay. Does he do trampolines?
Probably. I don't know if I've ever seen him on a trampoline, actually.
Okay, because I've seen Slamson do both.
Slamson's good.
Not at the same time.
Slamson is very good.
But maybe that'd be pretty interesting. Calvin, what would you think about maybe an all-star event involving mascots from different teams? Would that be fun to watch?
That would be pretty cool.
Like a trampoline dunk competition between mascots?
That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, it'd probably be better than the regular slam dunk contest nowadays.
They're like, oh, Slamson's out 3 to 4 months after fracturing his leg during the all-star dunk competition. I can see all the headlines now. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm going to dive in and do a little bit of research, Calvin, but give me your first thoughts to the game. Also, real quick, Malik Monk was out, no KZ Okpala. Obviously, Kevin Durant didn't miss this game. Cam Payne was out, and Landry Shamet. All the stars were in the house. We saw Flava Flav courtside for this game. But give me your first thoughts on the game.
Yeah, he was shining. This game was like a boxing match. It was very physical right from the jump. I thought that both teams played really, really hard the whole way through. The Suns have been kind of behind the scenes, I would say, for most of this year because they've had a ton of injury problems. Devin Booker's missed a lot of games. This team hasn't really been whole probably at all this season if you include currently because they just traded away a lot of their reliable wing players for a guy in Kevin Durant who's still sitting. So they're, kind of a fractured team, I would say, for most of the season. However, when this team has their three main guys, Paul, Booker, and Ayton, I say three main guys because Kevin Durant hasn't played for this team yet, they're still a pretty legit team. Devin Booker, when he's been out there this year, he has been a killer. DeAndre Ayton, I think, has taken another step forward this season as well. And then you've got, the maestro back there, Chris Paul, just kind of handling the whole thing. Josh Okogie is a pit bull. The guy really is a ferocious defender. That's what he's been known for his whole career. And this is an exact replica of what that brings, right? A very physical game. But the Kings hung with them on the road the entire way. I would say this was a valiant effort by a team. Neither team could really get a good flow of things, and shots were not falling early on. But again, this Kings team, there's no quitting them. There's no fight, or they don't fall away early on without putting up a fight to the bitter end.
Yep.
And De'Aaron Fox, man, the dude is
Incredible game by him.
He's arrived.
Yeah.
Barry. He
Really?
is officially
Oh,
arrived. Yeah.
What?
He is that
Are
man.
you
now.
serious? He's that guy?
He's that guy now.
Wow.
I think this is the Fox that you're going to see for the next, 5-6 years.
All it took was for him to make the All-Star team. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think that definitely helps. I mean, it's certainly a confidence booster, right? It's maybe a little bit of a weight off your shoulders, having all of this expectation and when are you going to take the next step sort of thing. When are you going to become more of a star in this league? Now you actually have some of the recognition to show for it, so there's a little weight off your shoulders. But I think that he's just completely mastered the tempo of the game, his ability to change speeds and finish inside. How efficient he is close to the rim, it really doesn't matter how good of a three-point shot he has because of his ability to break down defenses.
Stroking
and he was stroking it today. So if he ever puts the whole thing together, I mean, look out. But I just think that this is the only thing really missing from his game over the last couple of years is consistency on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
And this year, I feel like has been his most consistent year from an entire basketball perspective altogether. And you add into that the fact that the team is really, really overachieving, you might say, or winning games.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Fox are both, or him and Sabonis are both in the All-Star game. I just think this is, forward momentum propelling him into the next phase of his career, which is this type of play that you're going to see.
Yeah, he has been playing absolutely incredible. I think 71 points combined in the last 2 games for De'Aaron Fox. He's been playing out of his mind. There was so many moments in this game where I'm just like, I agree with you. I'm just like, he's that guy, dude. He's killing it. He is putting this team on his back and fighting. Yes, they didn't get the win tonight, but he definitely tried his hardest out there. Also, shout out to Terrence Davis. I love the effort by Terrence Davis tonight. But, I mean, it's funny because we see plays from De'Aaron Fox like late in the game, right, where he just drives right to the basket, right past everybody, lays it up, makes it look so easy. And you're just like, why can't you do that every play, right? And I feel like that's something that I've been saying for a few years, but we're starting to see it happen more and more and more. The game has definitely slowed down for this guy. Obviously, hitting the three probably helps a little bit about that, right? Because guys are playing a little bit closer on the perimeter, gives him the opportunity to go around them, stuff like that. But shout out to De'Aaron Fox. Amazing game. I did a little research here on the Suns mascot. Do you want to hear about it, or?
Yeah, let's definitely hear about it.
Okay.
Story time.
So first article I found was a quote from Lamar Odom saying the mascot is racist. So interesting thought there. I will not comment on that, but interesting. So the gorilla, the Phoenix Suns mascot, the Suns went without a mascot for over 10 years, Calvin, after the team was formed. Then finally in 1980, they got a mascot. Basically, some dude, 23-year-old Henry Rojas, worked for a singing telegram group or a service. He was hired to deliver a telegram to Veterans Memorial Coliseum. He had a sense of humor, so he dressed as a huge gorilla and hung out in the stands. And somehow security invited him onto the court to do a dance at halftime. Then the referees passed him a ball. He made the shot, and everybody loved it. And now he's the mascot.
Wow. That's probably not a typical mascot origin story right there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the fact that he walked out on the court and they're like, yeah, go for it, man. No problem. You're
Right.
in a gorilla suit. Get out there.
It was a much different time in the 80s, right?
Right? Maybe we should try that sometime, Calvin. I don't think they'd let me down on the court.
Not even close.
But apparently
Not a chance.
The gorilla is well recognized even outside the U.S., having made plenty of appearances in Europe as well. And as a testament to his fantastic career, he was inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame. I did not even know that there was a Mascot Hall of Fame, but he made it into the Mascot Hall of Fame in 2005.
Wow.
Very, very weird.
So how does that work then? Does everybody who's ever worn that costume get to say that they're a Hall of Fame mascot?
Yeah. I guess the guy now took over in 2012. So interesting there. I think it's stupid. Straight up stupid. I think it's
mascot
the stupidest mascot in the NBA.
Wow, that's harsh.
There's a lot of stupid mascots, but it just makes no sense.
Jeremiah. I guess I'm a mascot.
Yeah. Mascot Hall of Fame. It's funny, when I moved here to Maui, there was this one barback who just wanted to be a bartender so bad. And at my favorite bar, he would just follow this one bartender around all the time and help him out. So everyone gave him the nickname Mascot, and it stuck. So everyone called him Mascot. Pretty funny. All right, back to the game. Let's break down the box score here. So Domantas Sabonis, 38 minutes of action tonight, Calvin. He did stay out of foul trouble, which is nice. He is leading the NBA in ejections due to personal fouls and offensive fouls and all that wonderful stuff. 7 of 12 from the field, 10 of 10 from the free throw line, 24 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers. Huge game from Sabonis. We've been talking about how he has not been assisting the ball a lot recently. Bounces back tonight with a great performance. Unfortunately, it did not equal a Sacramento Kings win. 36 minutes for Harrison Barnes, 4 from 8 from the field, 11 points, 2 rebounds. Keegan Murray, not a great performance for him tonight. Only 21 minutes of action. He's actually not wearing the sling anymore on the thumb. It's removed, which I'm bummed because it obviously didn't work out well for him. And I was going to start calling him slinging.
Well, just like it probably takes a couple of games to get used to playing with it on.
Yeah.
You might have to remember how to play with it off.
Yeah,
So
2 of 7 tonight, 2 of 6 from three-point range, only 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Also picks up a block. De'Aaron Fox, huge game, 38 minutes of action, 12 of 22 from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point range, only misses 1 free throw, 7 of 8, 35 points, Calvin, 35 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal in this game, 5 turnovers, don't like that. Kevin Huerter, 35 minutes of action. Kevin Huerter's been limited since returning back to the lineup from injury with about 20, 25 minutes a game. He plays huge in this game, 35 minutes. We did see him on the sideline grabbing that hand.
Yeah.
Maybe Keegan's got a sling he can borrow for his thumb. We'll definitely talk about that. But 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 9 from three-point range, 18 points. A lot of those came in the fourth quarter. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 3 blocks. By Kevin Huerter tonight, which is absolutely huge. Only 4 points, 7 rebounds for Trey Lyles, 0 for Metu. We got to see our guy Edwards play. We'll definitely talk about that, but 0 points for him tonight, a rebound, 2 assists, 0 for Dellavedova in 1 minute, 0 points for Davion, and 11 points for Terrence Davis in 22 minutes of action, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. I love the energy I saw out of Terrence Davis tonight. Any thoughts there regarding the box score?
Turnovers. The turnovers really hurt Sacramento today. Like I said, it was a very physical game, and not a ton of whistles flying there, especially late. Some bodies on the floor, and as a result, you're going to see a bunch of turnovers, and the Suns were able to take bigger advantage of those turnovers than Sacramento, even though the turnover numbers themselves were pretty similar.
Yeah, great point. 17 turnovers for the Kings tonight as opposed to 15 for the Phoenix Suns. Kings shot 44% from the field as opposed to 56%. I repeat that, 56% for the Phoenix Suns. Ayton was eaten inside. The dude was absolutely killing it. You also mentioned Josh Okogie was playing well. 36% from the three-point line for the Kings. They made 14 threes, which is above that number we look for. 31% for Phoenix. Only 7 threes for them here on the night. Kings shot 87% from the free throw line. They did out-rebound Phoenix 40-37. Only 23 assists tonight for the Kings, though. Not something you
Chris
want.
Paul almost had that by himself.
Especially with 17 turnovers. 40 points in the paint for the Kings as opposed to 62 points in the paint for Phoenix. And then fast break points, 13 for the Kings, 10 for the Phoenix Suns. This game definitely got slowed down at certain points here. But give me your thoughts on the team stats. What stuck out to you? And then I want to kind of go over your keys to the game.
Well, I think the assists for Phoenix, obviously, the fact that they really, really moved the ball well, not just well, but the speed and the quickness, how it, can start at the top really slow with that pick and roll, and then all of a sudden, boom, fire it to one side, and immediately inside to Ayton, who's rolling. I mean, the Suns' pick and roll game just absolutely shredded Sacramento's defense. They killed them inside over and over and over again. You like to see the fact that the Kings had 13 offensive rebounds in this game. They were definitely crashing the boards hard. But again, down the stretch, just too many easy buckets inside for Phoenix. Some late game turnovers for the Sacramento Kings really buried them there in what was a close game pretty much throughout up until that final, 5-minute push or whatever where the Suns were able to get it to double digits.
What were your thoughts on having Kessler Edwards out there in crunch time? I was a little surprised.
Very interesting. I mean, Mike Brown continues to surprise me with some of his substitutions or rotation moves. I mean, I understand, trying to find some energy or trying to get, something going.
It's the reason you trade
turned
for him,
on.
right?
Yeah, exactly. I thought this was an interesting game to throw you in for your first action, especially with Debbie Downers. I mean,
I think he's talking about everyone in the chat.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, I thought I was keeping it together pretty well.
Yeah.
PK, I did want to say, man, you need, I don't know what you need, a hug. I'll give you a hug all the way over here in Maui. Like, calm down, man. It's not that bad. Yeah. He's just drained and disappointed. I get it. We're all there.
We got a better record.
The Kings are there, too. It's the All-Star break. They kind of limped their way in there.
Devin Booker, not an All-Star. Yeah. Kings have a better record than the Suns. Better mascot.
Better mascot. There you go.
Yeah. So let's look at your keys to the game. I know number one was move the ball.
Yeah. Which
23 assists tonight as opposed to 17 turnovers, not a good number. Not a good number at all.
Nope, not a good number. Yeah, definitely not a good ratio. Luckily, when you have De'Aaron Fox on your team, he can kind of balance some of that out a little bit with just how good he is as a one-on-one player. But I did like the fact that Sabonis had one of his best games in a while. I mean, he's been so solid and consistent throughout the whole season, but we haven't seen him, on triple-double watch in quite some time. So that was definitely good to see.
Yeah. You want to listen to a Mike Brown press conference here and see what his thoughts were on the game? Give me 1 second here.
It seemed like almost every 50-50 ball that was bouncing on the ground, they dove on the ground and came up with them. Obviously having 17 turnovers on the road kills it because a good team like that makes you pay for every turnover. And especially the unforced ones. We had a handful of unforced turnovers, and as soon as it happened, they broke like mad and got out the other way and made us pay for it. They only had 8 offensive rebounds, but they were extremely efficient tonight because after the rebound, we didn't get the shooters or didn't find bodies in time. But to have 8 offensive rebounds for 22nd chance points, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So we did a decent job of boxing out. We just didn't. We just didn't do a good job of finding bodies the right way once they got an offensive rebound. And give Chris Paul credit. Hey man, well of a game. 19 assists. Oh my gosh, 17 points, 19 assists. He played well. I thought Josh Okogie really impacted the game and had a great game for him. And then obviously Book is Book, but. Give those guys a lot of credit. Big win for Phoenix. We have to go into the break and try to take care of ourselves while keeping our mind right, knowing that we got a long road ahead coming back after the break. So we just want to keep building on some of the good habits that we established throughout the course of the year so far, and then see if we can get a little bit better in some of the areas that we have to work a little bit harder in.
Like you'd mentioned after the 2 games again.
There we go. Calvin, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's spot on, right? I trust what Mike Brown says, first of all, his evaluation of
Offensive rebounds again.
Offensive rebounds, turnovers, not being able to string together stops. It's pretty indicative of what most Kings losses look like this season.
Yeah. And, guys, I know a lot of people are down after this loss. A lot of Kings fans get down after a lot of these losses because they finally get their hopes up thinking, hey, we're doing something. But, guys, I mean, think about this. If we won this game, we would have gone 9 games above 500. First time we've done that this season. How crazy is that, right? This is not a Kings basketball team that started out hot to start the season and then they've been crumbling and they're just kind of slowly holding on here. No, they're still making ground. If we would have won this game tonight, we would have had our best record above 500 for the entire season, Calvin. So it's like as the season is progressing, as we're getting further and further away from the start of the season and closer to the playoffs, the Kings are performing. They're getting better. They're playing well. I know it's a loss, a rough loss, especially considering, everybody that the Suns gave up in the trade and KD's not even available to play. The Kings lose. I mean, how many games this year, Calvin, right, where the Kings lose when the other team's missing their best player or multiple players. But, I want to stay positive here. This is not a bad loss. The Kings fought hard in this game. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough, and now they get 9 days off. Depending on the injury to Kevin Huerter, he's supposed to be in the three-point competition. We'll talk about that. De'Aaron Fox is an all-star. Domantas Sabonis is an all-star. Keegan Murray is going to be represented in All-Star Weekend in the Rising Stars game. So, there's a lot of good things, a lot of positives going around here with the Sacramento Kings. So, don't worry, guys. It will be okay. 9 days off. Rest yourself. Rest your mind. Rest your emotions. And we'll get right back to it next week against the Portland Trailblazers. So I want to stay positive. It's not the end of the world. It's not.
It's not. This is a really good team that the Kings, played basically step for step or stride for stride, even though they weren't playing their best basketball for most of this game. I mean, there are still so many positives to take away from Twitter. Is so hard to watch when the Kings lose a game because it's just like the sky is falling completely on top of you. Sabonis is trash, Huerter is trash, all of this talk. I just don't understand it at all. I mean, this team still has a better than 500 record on the road. They're still in first place in the division. We talked about this being, a really, really rough point in the season, middle of it. You're going through these dog days of the season, trying to get to the All-Star break, just trying to get yourself some rest, trying to refocus all of this, and being in this position for the first time. Also, a lot of these guys as well. Got to be, weighing on them a little bit. Yes, the standings are really tight, but the Kings still haven't lost 3 games since late November, 3 games in a row. I have to think that, we've been ready to write this team off or say that, they're reverting back to the old Kings so many times this year, and they've responded in every single one of those moments. So at least give them the benefit of the doubt until, we get later into the season, more towards the playoff push, and see what this team looks like.
Yeah, I think everyone's sad in the chat because the bouncer's missing.
We always miss the bouncer, of course.
We don't know where the bouncer is.
He brings the love and brings everybody together.
The bouncer is not checked in, so hopefully he will check in during the stream. I'm a little worried.
I hope you guys have your IDs on you, because right now you could get away with some things without the bouncer in here.
Oh, man. Guys, just take a deep breath. Everything is going to be okay. It's not bad, guys. It's really, really not bad. Like Calvin's saying, the standings were still okay. Yes, these extra wins would definitely help. But guys, we're in a position we haven't been in 16 years.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the moment.
I'm not saying relax and coast, right? You got to have a sense of urgency here.
Fans.
Oh, no. Well, the team, yes. But, I mean, I'm just saying to try to keep the big picture in perspective here. Not every loss signals the end of the season.
Yeah. The sky is falling.
Exactly. I mean, maybe it used to in years past. But so far this season, it hasn't. And we'll just have to wait and see. And
this was a game that we were in. I mean, we lost by 11, but Calvin, we cut the lead to 4 multiple times, cut the lead to 6. This was not a game where we got blown out by 30 points and it was just over from the second quarter. This was an exciting basketball game. It was fun to watch. There was a lot of things going on. Yeah, it was a little sad at the end because I'm like, they're just not doing it. They're not getting over the hump. But it's not like this game was just like pointless. Like it's not like the Kings just got blown out by 30.
Not at all.
You got to see Kessler Edwards play the entire fourth quarter because they had no chance of winning.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, man, down the stretch of this playoff push, mid to late March, early April, the Kings are going to play in some of the biggest games, in the last 16 years for Sacramento, for the franchise. And playing in games like this, the Saturday's game against the Mavericks, how tightly contested that was against some really, really top-level competition. These moments, even if you lose in these games, they're going to be learning lessons, teaching points that Mike Brown is going to use to have these guys prepared to play in those huge, huge games in late March and early April.
All right. Sorry for interrupting. Mike Brown wanted to speak. So, Calvin, let's get back to your keys to the game.
I know, man. And shout out to that high school yearbook photo of Mike Brown, by the way.
One.
Dude hasn't aged at all.
I'm going to show it one more time.
Since his senior year in high school.
Look
at him.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Good-looking dude right there.
Good-looking dude. Okay, back to the keys. Number one, we talked about it, move the ball. The Kings didn't really do that great of a job here. A lot of it, you have to give credit to Phoenix's defense. They were very disruptive and very physical, which makes it a lot more difficult for that clean and easy ball movement. Number two was defend without fouling. I was really, speaking specifically towards Domantas Sabonis for this one, because if he goes down early due to fouls with DeAndre Ayton in there, how great of a game he had already. Can you imagine if Sabonis would have been in early foul trouble or even fouled out early in this game? He could have gone for 50 probably.
What do you think he did differently in this game to stay out of foul trouble?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of
there was a lot of things not called.
There was a lot of things not called, but also the way that the Suns, just completely run the pick and roll over and over and over again, that brings Sabonis way, way out of the paint. So a lot of Ayton's baskets are drop-offs, dunks in the lane that Sabonis isn't even there to challenge. So that will definitely help you not pick up fouls, right? But I thought when they did give the ball to Ayton in the post and he went to his low post-up game, Sabonis did a great job of challenging shots without fouling. Ayton is not really, he's a finesse big man, right? He'll shoot over the top of you with the fadeaway or the turnaround hook.
He's soft.
Well, tonight he was good. Whether you want to call it soft or not, he was really good. But he's not the type of guy that's going to, be the bull in the china shop and try to just barrel through you and look for contact over and over again. So maybe a little bit of an easier matchup in terms of not picking up easy fouls.
He's not going right at you.
But a very, very difficult guard either way.
Yep.
So number three for the keys to the game was Fox the playmaker. He made plays, not a ton for others maybe in this game. He made a lot of plays for himself, and he did have a few too many turnovers. But again, there are other reasons for that stuff. If it wasn't for De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, obviously the Kings wouldn't have had any chance in hell at winning this game. So Fox did make some plays, especially down the stretch like we've come accustomed to. I thought maybe he would have a little bit bigger impact getting some guys going from the outside in this game, like Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray. But again, the Kings did not have another good shooting performance overall.
Not knocking Fox. I thought it was an incredible performance by him, but I'm never a fan when you have more turnovers than assists.
Yeah.
Especially at the point guard position. So I think that kind of, he didn't hit it on your third key. So first key, second key, third key.
I mean, I wouldn't really give
3?
them a pass at any of these. They did end up with 21 fouls. You can say they passed the defend without fouling. But there were more important keys to this game that they didn't win, and that's ultimately why they lost.
Yeah, shout out to Callum for the super chat. Thank you, Callum. We appreciate that. My name, Jay. Okay. All right. I like it. What are your thoughts on the bench tonight? I mean, 4 points for Trey Lyles, 0 for Metu, 0 for Edwards. Dellavedova only played 1 minute, but 0 points for him. 0 for Davion in 10 minutes. That's 3 guys combined. Actually, 4 guys if you want to include Dellavedova. 31 minutes of action, 0 points, combined 3 assists, and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, it was the good and the bad of the bench, right? Tonight was more bad than good. Just not enough help. I would say the starters, Keegan Murray didn't have a good game. Harrison Barnes didn't have a phenomenal game, but if you look outside of that, I mean, the other three guys all in double figures, all grabbing rebounds, Herter with 3 blocks. Those guys played well enough to stay in this game and to win it. But the bench, they needed a little bit more out of them.
Would you have given Herter the chain tonight if they won the game?
He definitely would have been high in regard. I mean, the chain is just such a funny thing, right? Like, I think everybody can have a different impression of who should get the chain for a lot of different reasons, whether it's on-ball defense, help defense, big plays in clutch moments, or just a guy that, stepped up both offensively and defensively and helped them win the game. And it's sort of like a not a participation award, but it doesn't really morale tactic, much. Right? It's a morale
motivation
thing for the
tactic. Yeah. I mean, did you see him on the sidelines late in the game holding his hand? Was he holding his hand? I couldn't tell exactly.
Yeah, he was holding his shooting hand too.
And then I'm like, why are you giving him the ball? Like, he took at least 3 threes after that, like important threes, missed all of them. And not saying because like normally I'd want him to take that shot, but he was like, dude, he was in a lot of pain on the bench.
Well, a lot
of pain.
The Sacramento Kings last year it was eyes. That were done for. This year it's hands.
Hands or thumbs?
Hands or thumbs.
Watch it
if you got a hand or a thumb on the Kings, it's probably not going to go so well for you.
The training staff would be delighted if it was a thumb injury because they're not going to have to go to Rite Aid to buy another thumb brace.
Take Keegan's and put it on Kevin.
Yeah. They're like, no, you guys are about the same size. We'll just give you one here. Definitely interesting.
Jay wants to know who has the higher vertical out of the two of us.
I believe that would be Calvin.
And I think Barry's probably got me beat in bench press.
We're Calvin and I are very similar, which is kind of weird sometimes, but we're very, very similar in terms of like size. Like we wear the same clothes. Normally when we're working out, he's a great workout partner for me because we do the same weights. It's not like it's not like working out with somebody else where you're like, okay, I got to take the 45s off for you because you can't lift as much.
That is
or like with a guy that's like got all these weights on. So like you and I are very, very similar, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, shout out to Terrence Davis. I think Terrence Davis brought all the fire for the bench tonight for the Kings. 22 minutes of action. We saw him all over the court, dude. He was diving after the balls, fighting, playing great, and obviously not making a lot of shots. 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. He missed that 3 late, which I would have loved to have after he turned the ball over. But I love what I'm seeing out of Terrence Davis. A couple people are talking about Malik Monk here in the chat. I definitely want to talk about him and the ankle injury. Don't have many updates there. But I love what I'm seeing out of Terrence Davis. Like, give this man some more effing minutes, Calvin.
I agree. I think that he's what this team needs so badly, aside from just, consistent bench play in general. But the number one thing this team needs is help defensively. And they're limited in terms of the number of people that you can say are really not just good defensively or even great, but give you the effort night in and night out and have the ability to go out there and say, we're going to put you on, tonight it's Anthony Edwards, tomorrow it's Steph Curry, all this stuff. I'm not saying that Terrence Davis is going to completely shut down any of those guys. Nobody in the NBA completely shuts down.
The defense he was playing on Booker there on those last couple possessions was incredible.
Yes, he definitely provides them with a lot of effort and a lot of ability to guard on the perimeter, and that's the number one thing that this team needs.
Definitely, and just energy. Like, for me, having a great bench is important, right? But I always need, like, one guy that just has the energy, that he's out there, he's trying so hard, and it's contagious, and the other teammates see that, and they try harder. I thought that was going to be Davion Mitchell, and sometimes it is, but it's not always him like I thought it was going to be, and maybe that will happen as time comes. He doesn't play enough, I think is also one of the things. At times we've seen it be Malik Monk, but most recently it's been Terrence Davis. He's the guy that's come off the bench with energy, with effort, enthusiasm. it's got to be hard to not play hard with a guy like that on your team.
Oh, absolutely. It's contagious for sure. And that's another thing that this team needs. They need that example set, and they need the tone set right from the beginning of the game too. I realize if you come off the bench, that's not something that you're capable of doing. But when your number is called, you have to be ready right from the jump. And Terrence Davis usually is. You got to give him credit. He might not always come in and drain 3 threes right away, but he'll come in and he'll work hard defensively.
I'm bringing Nick up here on stage because I want to hear from him. Nick, buddy, how are you? Hello, Nick. Can you hear me? All right. Nick must be busy at the moment. So we'll wait and we'll come back to him. I want to hear his thoughts on the Phoenix Suns mascot and how trash it is. But I guess we will have to wait for that. As far as the starters go, I mean, I was impressed with Sabonis tonight. I like what I saw to De'Aaron Fox. Like you said, he's that guy, right? He is the guy now. He is that guy. Nick, when you get your mic working, just raise your hand. I'd be happy to bring you here on the show.
He's gonna reload apparently.
Okay, that's always nice. Kevin Huerter, what'd you think about his performance?
I thought it was good. I mean,
most minutes he's played since
most
he came
minutes
back.
he's played in a while. You know, I think a lot of the frustration, at least that I saw, you know, when you look on Twitter or social media, comes from the fact that the defense is so porous, and you know Kevin Huerter's can't guard, and they just get shredded in the middle. There's a lot of truth to those statements, but you also have to take into account the positions that they're being put in. It's really hard to guard Devin Booker for the course of a full game, right? And I thought that his contests, his energy and effort to try to stay in front, I mean, that's all you can really ask for against a great player like that. You know, as long as you're in position to get a hand in their face every time they go up for a shot, when you're playing against a player of Devin Booker's level, that's good defense. They just make shots or they miss.
All you can.
That's really all you can do. So I liked Kevin Huerter's game. You know, he had 4 threes. We really haven't seen him hit a bunch of threes lately. He got himself going a little bit more from 3. But Kevin Huerter's ability to kind of still impact the game offensively, even when the 3-point shot's not falling, whether it's 2-man game with Sabonis and dropping it off to him inside, his floater or that, you know, kind of semi-hook shot that he's developed has been a really good weapon for him this year. His mid-range has been good. So he's still finding ways to score. I mean, he ran into a really difficult matchup tonight.
Are you giving him the ball
the main thing
to shoot a bunch of threes after you see him on the bench holding his shooting hand and being in a lot of pain?
That's all up to the staff. You know, if they evaluate him and they say, look, you're okay to go back in, you're not going to do more damage to it.
Yeah.
As long as he's out on the court, I want him shooting. I mean, that's who he is.
Look what happened on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes, we thought he was injured. He couldn't run, the ankle injury. He said he was okay. They put him back in the game, and he killed it. He absolutely killed it. All right, let's check in with Nick and see how Nick is doing. Yo, Nick, can you hear me?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Yo, what
Nick.
is up? Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. We lost. I know we lost, but we got to play better.
Yeah, you're right. We do have to play better. Nick, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't really want to talk about the game tonight because I don't like talking when we lose. I want to change the subject. Is that okay with you?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Give me your thoughts on Slamson.
Well, I do want to say he.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Do you know the man behind the mask or woman?
I don't know who it is. It's a human.
It's a human. Are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, it's a human being. It's a mascot, but the mascot is a human being.
I thought Slamson was a lion.
Well, he is.
Nick,
he is
are
a
you
lion.
Slamson?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You're not
I
lying
thought maybe
to
you
us.
were. Yeah.
Are you?
Thought maybe you were coming in with a Clark Kent situation.
Well,
I don't know who Slamson is.
I don't know who's in there.
All right, Nick, we believe you. You're not Slamson. We trust you. Do you know who the Suns mascot is?
It's the gorilla.
Why?
Because he's a gorilla.
Okay, good answer. Who do you think would win in a street fight? Slamson or what's the gorilla's name?
I'm not sure who it is.
Okay. I think it's a stupid mascot.
Yeah. This random phone number keeps calling my phone. I don't know what to do here, but this random number keeps calling my phone. I don't know who it is, but
Be careful.
I'm not
It might be Slamson.
Oh.
I'm not.
Or the
I'm not
gorilla. Could
answering
be worse.
I'm not answering phone numbers. I had some weird guy call my phone and asking me how old I am and asking me if I'm related to my grandma. I said, "What the hell?"
Oh, man.
And I said, "Why are you trying to call my phone? I don't know who you are."
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, you convinced me, Nick. Let's talk about the game tonight.
Yeah, we lost tonight, but we got to play better defense, and we got to play better on the 23rd.
Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of time to get ready for the game against Portland. But what'd you
Yes,
see
we
out
do.
of De'Aaron Fox tonight?
I feel like that we did not play good tonight, but we need to play better.
Okay, more defense, maybe.
Yeah, more defense.
Why not play some more defense?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Did you go to the game tonight, Nick?
I did. I
How
did
many
not.
pe-
I did not.
Oh, you
It
did
was
not
on
go.
I was watching it on TV.
I think he's Slamson, dude, because he gives these answers. He's like, yeah, I was at the game. Oh, wait, no, I was not at the game tonight.
It was on TV. I was watching the game.
It was in Phoenix,
They
man.
were in Phoenix. So, but
Slamson travels with the team, doesn't he, Calvin?
I don't think Slamson does travel with the team.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right, you got me, Nick. How many pieces of pizza did you eat today, Nick?
I didn't have pizza tonight.
Oh, that's why they lost.
He said tonight. What about for lunch?
That's why they lost. You got to have more pizza, man.
Did you-
In order for them to win, I have to have pizza.
Did you eat pizza for lunch?
No, I did not.
Breakfast?
No,
That's
I
why they
had
lost.
Brunch?
no,
What about supper?
no.
Oh, man. See, that's the problem, Nick. We don't need defense. We need pizza.
Yeah.
Let me ask you here. So I'll bring up one of my favorite games of the season. I know you have an excellent memory, just like Calvin. But one of my favorite games of the season was back in November. It was November 15th. The Kings took on the Brooklyn Nets. It was on nationally televised TV in Sacramento. The Kings won 153 to 121. You remember that game?
I think so.
31 points by Terrence Davis. It was an exciting blowout of the Nets. I want to
think
know
so.
how many pieces of pizza you ate that day and how we can replicate that.
God damn, I don't know how many pieces of pizza I had. I don't know.
It was that many. He doesn't
Okay.
remember.
Interesting.
One whole pizza.
How often do you eat pizza, Nick?
I don't know how often. So, I don't know. It's just, I can't even eat. Pizza is not that healthy.
Oh, really?
No, it's not that healthy.
Okay. Well, maybe you should just stick to pizza on game days then.
Workout pizza. Yep.
You know? Nick, can you make me a promise?
Yeah, I can.
You're not crossing your fingers, are you?
No.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay.
I'll
So
eat pizza every time if the Kings win. I gotta eat pizza, more pizza.
no, I need you to eat pizza before the game, Nick.
Okay.
It doesn't help if you eat it after the game.
Okay.
So next Thursday, February 23rd, versus the Portland Trail Blazers, you promise me you're going to eat at least 3 pieces of pizza.
Yeah.
Is that okay? 3 pieces?
Yes. Yes.
Cheese and bacon.
Okay.
And we'll do a little test. So if you eat 3 pieces of pizza after that game, then we'll see how well the Kings do. Maybe we need to increase that to like 4 or 5 pieces, or maybe we need to decrease it to 1 or 2 pieces. That sound good?
I'm about to take out my phone right now and order a pizza. I'm getting hungry.
Oh.
Thinking about this.
How many
Why not
times
have
can
a
we say
pizza?
pizza on here before we get sponsored by Pizza Guys?
Not enough.
Hey,
Probably.
hey, why not have pizza?
Why not?
Why not have pizza?
I think we would have got sponsored by a pizza company until Nick said pizza's bad for you. That kind of ruined our deal, I think.
Why not have pizza?
Why not?
Why
not
have
order it?
pizza? All right, Nick, I'm changing the subject again. Is that okay with you? As I know you
Yeah.
host the show here, so I want to make sure it's okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So tell me about your team. You got another practice on Saturday?
Yes, I do, and I have a basketball tournament on Sunday.
Oh, you're going to the All-Star game.
Oh no! I
told
have
you,
a basketball.
Slamson.
I have a.
Are you going as yourself or as a lion?
I have a basketball tournament on Los
question.
Angeles Community Center in Carmichael. I
okay.
have. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
So you're practicing on Saturday and you're getting ready for your tournament on Sunday.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna see if I can light the beam.
How many games or teams are in your tournament?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. He's going to blow through them all. Like a large pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Nick, we appreciate you for joining us on the show tonight.
Yeah.
I got a little piece of advice for you.
Yeah.
Next time that phone number calls you, pretend like you're ordering pizza
Okay.
and see what he says.
Okay, then.
All right, Nick, have a good night, man. Hopefully you have a great All-Star weekend. Send me some pictures of you at the tournament. I'm sending you a Light the Beam shirt, and then we'll see you next Thursday.
All right, then.
Don't forget, 3 pieces of pizza, Nick.
All right, then.
The Kings are depending on you.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, then.
You're the man.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, man.
You can tell Barry
All
to
right.
shut up anytime.
Are you guys gonna wrap up the show pretty soon?
I don't know. It depends on how long Calvin can hold off his craving for pizza.
Probably not very
Good.
long, to be honest.
Because nobody is on here as much. I don't. You guys don't normally stay on because there's nobody else on here. It's just me.
Oh, you're on Twitter, but we got people on YouTube watching.
Yeah, but we need more people come on Twitter Spaces so they can talk.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean,
You guys need to bring up. You need to call. Go on. We need people from YouTube to come on to Twitter Spaces.
can you tell everybody on YouTube how
Yeah, round 'em up.
how to access Twitter Spaces?
Hey, YouTube guys! If you're listening to Royal Rebounds, go on YouTube Spaces and join the request button, and then they'll accept your request. We need more
Perfect.
people talking on here.
And they have to follow us, right, Nick?
Yes.
That is a requirement.
And what's our username?
Is Royal Rebounds.
Perfect. Well, Nick, we appreciate you so much. I owe you some pizza. We'll see you next week.
All righty.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Dude, Nick really makes me want some pizza.
Sure does. I mean, you definitely play a big role in that, I think. But On the serious note, though, want to give a congratulations and a shout out to Jose here in the chat. Our fellow Hawaii brother says he just moved to Utah.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to his first Kings game on the 20th when the Kings play the Jazz.
Dude, shout out Jose.
Shout out Jose.
That
Have
is
fun
awesome.
at the game, man.
Jose, let me know how all the pizza parlors are in Utah. I am definitely interested. I think I'm craving some pizza, Calvin.
You think?
Yeah, maybe just just a little bit. All right, let's get back to the game here. So quick little summary here. The Kings, they were up in the first quarter, 29-27. Suns went on a run in the second. They were up at halftime, 62-58. The Kings could not get any stops. The Suns extended the lead to 13. And then the Kings decided to start playing some defense. They got 3 consecutive stops. They cut the lead to 6. They went on a 9-0 run. Terrence Davis was killing it. And then the quarter ended, 90-86 Kings. I got no notes, Calvin, for the fourth quarter because I was watching the effing game and I was into it. I lied. I wrote down Kevin Huerter has a hand injury, and I wrote down why is the Suns mascot a gorilla?
All important questions.
Great notes. I mean, I see Katie post her halftime notes sometimes on Twitter. I think mine are better.
I just can't argue with that.
Katie,
argue with that.
I know you watch the show. If you ever need any tips on pizza or writing some game notes, hit me up. Royal Rebounds. You think we're going to have some conspiracy theorists coming after us for this episode for how many times we said pizza?
Maybe.
That'd be exciting.
Maybe. Or we just might pick up a sponsor, one of the two.
I wrote a couple more notes down.
Okay, what you got?
Yeah. Why does Mark Jones love cornbread so much?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't want to answer this question for fear of
it's not
saying
it's
something.
Not a joke. It's just like, you know how he always says, and he stole his cornbread. Like,
well, he just loves food.
He talks about it so much that I'm like, Mark Jones really likes cornbread.
Him and Nick must be good buddies.
Like,
because
the worst thing
it's
that
not
could
just
happen
cornbread.
to you?
There's hotter than fish grease. He's got many food references.
Yeah, I have no idea. If you guys can find
Deviled
out
eggs.
why he loves cornbread so much, please let me know. Calvin, here's a personal question for you. What are you going to do during the layoff?
Well, I'm going to work, unfortunately.
Okay. Not a good answer.
Throughout the rest of the week. Yeah, it is the realistic answer. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to watch All-Star Weekend. I mean, I want to watch the 3-point contest. I want to see what Kevin Huerter's got. They announced the full field today.
Saw it.
Did you see
want
that?
to let everybody know?
Well, our man Buddy is in it. And Tyrese. So hopefully Kevin's able to knock both of them out.
That'd be great.
Oh, here we go. Brian's got a good question.
No, keep
when it's
keep
bad,
telling
it's
your
pretty.
story. Don't let Brian interrupt you. That's rude.
I thought that was good. See, good. I'm gonna probably watch the 3-point contest. I always love the slam dunk contest, but again, I'm probably gonna watch it for like 5 minutes and turn it off. And then I do think I'll watch a little bit of the All-Star game just to see Fox and Sabonis in there.
Is Jose going to the All-Star game?
No, they were talking about how expensive it is to go.
Oh man,
and it's unreal, man. I mean, all of those events, Super Bowl, All-Star Weekend, it's just ridiculous. 12 G's for 25 and down, level 25 and down.
Oh, dude, that's no problem for you, Jose. I know you're balling. You just moved out of Hawaii. Things probably got a lot cheaper.
It's crazy.
For me.
You know what? It's getting... I don't know where anything is on here.
I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here because it's getting ridiculous.
Jose
it's really ridiculous.
Can probably afford All-Star tickets being on the mainland for a year and buying normal price cereal, normal price
normal milk,
eggs,
normal
normal price, all that stuff. It's crazy, dude. It's $7 for a box of Captain Crunch here.
It's crazy, man. $9.99 for a gallon of milk.
Yeah, it's really, really dumb. I don't even eat Captain Crunch anymore. I had to throw my favorite cereal out the window.
Alfie, man, it is getting ridiculous.
Very, 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 very ridiculous. All right, so 3-point competition. Excited for that.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the Coach of the Year award?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah, like who's your
Look, I think Mike Brown
Tiers.
has to be the front runner right now.
okay.
I don't know how much separation he's got on the rest of the pack, but I think he has to be number one at this point. We'll see what happens down, the second half of the season. But the Kings, when the last time we had this conversation, I said the Kings are the only team in the top, 6 to 8 seeds in the both conferences in the league that you would never have expected to be there.
Yeah.
So first place in the division, all these other teams, I think Joe Mazzulla is probably going to get a decent amount of votes just because, again, you didn't expect him to be in that position. I know the Celtics were already a great team before he took over, but having that, dynamic in the locker room get thrown off, Willie Green, I like Willie Green, but I think the Pelicans need to have a way, way, way stronger finish than the Kings in order for him to win the award.
Yeah.
To me, I think Mike Brown is definitely the favorite as of right now.
I really, really hope so. Jim's sounding like my dad here. He said, Barry, what's the gas price? That's what my dad says every time I'm on the phone with him. What are the gas prices over there? And I say the same thing every time. Dad, I don't look at the gas price. I got to pay for it anyways. I don't look at it. When I was a kid, dude, my cousin, she tried to save some money at the pump. She borrowed her dad's Jeep. She put diesel fuel in it because it was cheaper. Didn't work out so well.
Yeah, that would not work out
but
very well.
I can switch off of Captain Crunch anytime I want, Calvin, because I am not addicted to Captain Crunch.
Yeah, and you can put regular milk in it. You can put almond milk in it. You can put soy milk. There's a million
Nut
different.
milk.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff the Lefty for joining in.
Jim, I want to say it's like $5.60 something per gallon for gas right now.
I have no idea.
I think $5.66 or something like that.
I don't drive a lot, Jim. I really, really don't. I have a golf cart that's electric, so I drive that sometimes. And I pretty much only drive when I'm like going to the other side or going like,
yeah, I walk to work, so
going like a hike or anything like that. I don't know.
drive very much either.
I want to hear from you guys. Please type in the chat right now. Spam it up. I want to hear exactly from you. What's your favorite type of pizza? I still got it on the brain, Calvin. I got dinner reservations here. And
you can throw in your favorite cereal, too, if you want.
I got a dinner reservation.
We're big cereal guys.
In an hour and 15 minutes at one of the best restaurants on Maui. And I'm going to be thinking about effing pizza the entire time.
Charles Barkley.
Hopefully Asha's not watching this. Hopefully.
I'm jealous of you, man. That's a good meal you're about to have.
All right, back to Coach of the Year. I mean, you're looking at the standings here, right? We got Boston.
Yep.
Coach of the Year candidate.
They wire to wire first best record in the NBA so far.
Brand new head coach. First time.
Yes.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
For them.
Absolutely. He's going to get a lot in I think.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that's at the top of the standings, there are 3 teams right now in the NBA that have 40 wins, 40 plus wins. So Mike Malone, I think, is definitely going to get some consideration as well, especially if they finish it off, as number 1 seed in the West. But the West is so up for grabs and so tight right now. Willie Green could, if Zion comes back, which it's not looking very good over there.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ty is. He's probably crying himself to sleep right now.
He ate too much pizza, probably, Zion.
But yeah, I mean, if a team like New Orleans were to have a crazy finish and shoot all the way up into the top 3 in the West, I'm sure Willie Green is going to get a ton of votes. A lot of this is going to depend on what how the standings work out. But I have to think if the Kings somehow win the division and finish with home court in the first round of the playoffs after just 30 wins last season, the Coach of the Year is going to be Mike Brown.
Yeah, he should be the Coach of the Year. That would be so exciting. And Calvin, not his first time.
Not his first
We
time.
talked about All-Stars. Once you're an All-Star, it's easier to become an All-Star again.
That's true.
I don't know if that's the same for coaches, but I'm going to pretend like it is.
Yeah.
Already a Coach of the Year. First time with Sacramento Kings. I mean,
that would mean Monty McNair would have a good chance to win Executive of the Year.
Exactly. And if I can I knock on the Celtics for a second here?
Go ahead.
Coach has done a great job. I don't even remember his name.
Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla. Great job, Joe. Where was Joe last year?
He was an assistant with Boston.
And where was Boston?
They were number 1.
Okay.
After their coach won Coach of the Year when they started off like crap and then had a great finish.
Yeah. So did Joe really make a difference?
Maybe not last year, but this year he did.
It's the same.
Is it, though? This year they're wire to wire. Last year they needed a great second half. This year they've been the best from the beginning.
Okay, Calvin. All right, I see what you're doing. The little good old switcheroo. I see it. I think Mike Brown has got the best opportunity to win Coach.
Yeah, I think he
really,
has to have the best odds. Or I don't know if that's even a thing, but if you were to look up odds on favorite to win Coach of the Year, I think it would have to be him.
So Alfie Man says margarita pizza. Brian's a Chicago stuffed pizza guy. Interesting, Brian. I'm curious. Chicago stuffed pizza. We missed Nick. He's not here. Our resident pizza expert is not here. Is Chicago stuffed pizza worse for you, Calvin, than margarita pizza?
Well, luckily, we might not have our resident pizza expert here, but I do know a thing or two about Chicago-style pizza.
Okay. Preach, Calvin.
Deep dish is the true Chicago-style pizza, which is not stuffed. It's layered upon layered, right? Cheese sauce with a whole bunch of meat inside, but it's technically not stuffed or stuffed crust. And that is better in my opinion. That's my favorite. Chicago deep dish.
I didn't ask you
pizza.
Your favorite.
Well, they all wanted to know.
Who asked? Nobody asked me what
come
my
on.
favorite pizza
They
was.
always want to know.
They don't care what our favorite pizza is, Calvin.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't ask me. They didn't ask you. Look some people don't even know the question, dude. Someone said Papa Murphy's.
You do technically take it and bake it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a brand of pizza, not true Calvin, and that's some good stuff.
But, man, give me a slice of sausage, Chicago deep dish from Giordano's or Pizzeria Uno's. Nothing better.
I'm going to say something really, really controversial here.
Oh, man, here we go.
So
hide your kids, hide your wives.
Yeah. Hide your husband.
Yeah.
I'm not going to finish that one. But if you get offended easily, close your effing ears right now. Calvin, I like Hawaiian pizza. A little bit of
I
pineapple
love
on
Hawaiian
that
pizza.
thing. Bam.
Absolutely.
Or even the good old pepperoni pineapple.
Yeah.
Maybe
banana pepper.
Maybe some jalapenos.
Yeah.
Crazy because I don't like jalapenos, but
Like
sometimes on a pizza, a little bit of spice. You got the sweet, you got the sour, you got the spice. Dude,
Man,
pizza is great.
You know what I've learned? We may have been in the wrong business the whole time. We probably should have started a pizza podcast instead of a basketball podcast.
We're just going to change the subject.
Brian, Old
every
Chicago
show.
pizza in Petaluma is the shit. That is the closest to real deep dish Chicago-style pizza I've ever found in California. It is awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, Mike wants to give a shout-out to Davis. We can talk a little bit about Davis since both you and I grew up in Davis. Quite a few pizza places in Davis, Calvin.
That's true.
I mean, just off the top of my head, I could say Steve's Pizza is one
Classic.
of them. Classic one. Man, those breadsticks were amazing. Let's see. You got Round Table Pizza. Shout out to Round Table, my first official job when my parents were done with slave labor. Who else we got? Woodstocks.
Yes.
Right?
The best, in my opinion.
LeBron's got his own pizza place. Blaze, right? Blaze Pizza.
Yep. Pizza Guys.
Pizza Guys is a good one.
There's that
the Graduate had
Village
pizza.
Bakery.
Oh yeah, that pizza was bomb. The Graduate, which they're closed now, but they had pretty good pizza.
Rest in peace.
So who has the best pizza in Davis?
Oh, I'm with Mike. Woodstocks all the way, man.
I love me some Woodstocks.
Woodstocks is awesome.
Yeah. You know what I don't like about Woodstocks? Last time we were there, the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
it can
like that.
Can be out of control.
You know the line's long when you drive to In-N-Out Burger to wait in line to get In-N-Out because the line at the pizza place is too long. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Okay. Oh, mountain bikes. I forgot about mountain bikes. How do you even know about mountain bikes? All right. I even forgot where we were, Calvin. Dude, my mouth is salivating. I forgot our phrase of the day. It became pizza.
And shout out to all you guys watching right now and putting up with us As you can tell, we clearly don't have much to say about the game tonight. Our minds are elsewhere, but you guys are still here, so thank you.
Every loss now, it's well, we could talk about the game for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll just distraction. Just distract. You remember how negative everybody was in the chat here before?
Yeah, no, it's all about food and happiness.
Yeah, they're loving it. They're having a great time. Callum's happy.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to talk about...
Don't talk about playoffs. You
Playoffs.
kidding me?
No, forget about that.
No, let's talk about pizza.
Or
I mean, listen, we talking about
we're
practice.
not talking about practice.
Not a game. Not a game. Not a game.
There was a moment in this game
practice
where the Kings missed 2 free throws. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Kevin Herter.
Missed 2 free throws. Kings got the rebound. But did you hear the crowd cheering?
Yeah.
They were cheering so loud. You think they maybe got like a free slice of pizza or something?
I'm sure they got something. Cornbread, maybe.
Okay. I mean, Mark Jones.
He was there, so
brought it up.
Maybe he was giving it out.
Yeah. What were your thoughts
Cookies.
on Flava Flav? Do you know he was a Suns fan?
I did not know he was a Suns fan.
Yeah, he didn't have any Suns gear on.
I guess the jury's still out on that.
Clock was a little small.
A little bit. He's not quite maybe pulling in the money like he used to. He's got to shrink the clock a little bit.
Who was the guy next to him?
Turn the clock back, so they say.
Did you see the guy next to him?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
bodyguard?
I don't know who that guy is.
Because I remember like Mike Brown went up and like went to shake his hand, and the guy sitting next to Flava and Flava Flav got up, shook his hand, and the guy next to him like was gonna drink his drink. And then
Brian says it's Flow Rida.
He looks over and then he goes back to his drink and he looks over again like he was all like tripped out or something. I don't know. Is that Flow Rida?
According to Brian.
How could you be named Flow Rida when you got no flow?
I don't know. And shouldn't he be a like Miami Heat or Orlando Magic fan? Flow Rida?
I don't know. What do you
Florida?
think his favorite type of pizza is?
I don't know.
Where's he from?
I have no idea.
Okay. Glad I asked you these questions. I see we have Joseph here on Twitter Spaces Live. Shout out to Joseph for listening. Joseph, we don't want to talk about the Kings tonight, so if you want to talk about pizza, feel free to come up on stage. You think they're serving pizza at the All-Star game?
Oh, absolutely they're serving pizza there. Jim, Fox's line tonight, 35.
This is tomatoes.
Sauce is enough for me. I don't need tomatoes.
Because like sometimes they have like pizza, they put the sauce on it, and then they have those like big sliced.
Yeah, like a margarita.
Yeah, but what are the ones that are like dried or something?
Oh, like sun-dried tomatoes?
Yeah, they like put those on those like goofy pizzas.
Yeah, I don't need those.
Yeah.
Just give me more meat.
What's your favorite frozen pizza?
Frozen?
Yeah.
I like DiGiorno.
Okay.
It's usually good.
That's your favorite
Supreme
one?
Rising Crust.
Supreme?
Yeah.
Okay.
Supreme.
That's
Gotta have a little mixture of green and some protein on there, you know?
You know what I really like? Lahaina Pizza Company. Their pizza's good. It's deep dish. I know you get offended by anything that's not traditional.
It's not real. Yeah.
But I really like their wings. Their wings are so good. And like I said, I'm not a spicy person, but I like their mild wings. It's good. Wash it down with a slice of pizza. Oh, man. It sounds
Oh,
good.
Christian, I will gladly send you my grocery list so I can get it for a third of the price.
Yeah. I want to know how many of you guys in the chat have a girlfriend that's waiting on you right now to go to dinner, because that would be me. Asha, if you're watching, I apologize. I'm talking about pizza. Kind of a weird excuse. Sorry, babe, late to dinner. Busy talking about pizza on my basketball podcast.
Yep.
But I just figured we'd talk about pizza today. I think that pretty much wraps us up here, Calvin, unless you got any more pizza you want to talk about.
No, I just want to eat it.
Okay, I got an idea real quick, because I want to think about some more stuff to talk about pizza. But before we do that, let's talk about this next game, Calvin. It's 9 days away.
It's a long ways away.
Kings have a lot of days to prepare for this.
They do.
A lot of days. They got more days than the Suns made threes tonight. So if you're the Kings, if you're Mike Brown, how are you approaching All-Star Weekend, right? Because I think a lot of teams look at this as a chance for some rest, right? Some relaxation. We got 4 guys going to All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
They don't get much rest. I mean, it's much different, right, than playing in a bunch of games and all this. So, like, if you're coach, like, how are you approaching this 9 days off? What kind of plan are you setting for your players?
I mean, the biggest thing I think is to just enjoy, time away from the game, go be with your family. Like Alfie Man says here, get some rest, do what you can to rejuvenate yourself. I know that some guys, are going to be participating and will still have to play games and work out and all that stuff. But I think the biggest thing is just, go reset your mind, take a load off, be with your friends, be with your family, do what makes you happy. Because you look around the rest of the league, especially the Western Conference, all these teams made big moves, right? So getting, accustomed to your new teammates, practice time, all of that stuff is super, super valuable now to these teams that have made these big moves and trying to get new players integrated. The Kings didn't do any of that. They've got the same unit that's been running pretty efficiently and pretty well all season long. So I think for Sacramento specifically, this break is all about just kind of disengaging, resetting yourself, getting your body right, get some
Stop
pizza.
Looking at my notes over here. Jesus Christ.
I couldn't help it, man. I saw 350 slices of pizza and it just made me crack up. But yeah, seriously, just get some rest and come back ready to work and get your body ready, because this end of the season push is going to be physically demanding and grueling for a team that's trying to cling to a division crown.
Yeah. I think you said it all. Very, very important. I mean, if you're Coach Brown, how many pieces of pizza is your players allowed to eat during a 9-day break? 2, 3? How many is enough?
I'm telling all my players, whatever you do, you can't hang out with Nick until after the All-Star break, because you will eat too much pizza, and we need you guys back in here ready to go.
All right, so I got 10 interesting facts about pizza.
Let's hear it.
I just want to bring it up. This part of the podcast, this is a social experiment, Calvin, is what they call it.
100%.
We see how many people want to stick around, listen about pizza, then we'll throw in some little gems about the Sacramento Kings, Like the end of the show, we're talking about who Calvin wanted the Kings to trade before the deadline. We haven't said it yet, but I know he wants to tell people, so we're going to make you guys wait. But Calvin, fact number 1, about 350 slices of pizza are consumed every second in the United States.
Man, we love pizza.
350 slices. How many pizzas is that? How many pizzas is that?
I mean, it depends on where you're getting it from. Everybody cuts them differently, but I'd say 8 slices probably is an average.
That's ideal for you? How many slices is ideal in a pizza?
Probably 8 to 10.
Because some places
sometimes they skimp on them.
You remember that night? Oh, I just had this crazy memory just flash back into my head of the night we were in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
The night we got into the Clevelander because we won the employee shirt.
That's right. That's a pretty good story. We'll have to save that one for the next Kings loss.
Yeah, but do you remember when we left there and we went to that pizza place that had these huge slices of pizza?
Yeah.
They were this big, and we were trying to soak up the alcohol. Because we had to fly to Puerto Rico the next morning.
And start over again.
Those were huge
they were massive
slices. So, I mean, sometimes we see the slices are cut really, really small.
You know who cuts really small slices?
Who?
Mountain Mike's.
Oh,
They cut 25 slices in a pizza.
Are they the ones that do unlimited slices for $12 or something like that?
I can't remember. I haven't been to a Mountain Mike's in so long, but I do remember their pizza slices are like that thin.
All right, fact number 2. I think you saw the number already.
I did see the number.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys.
CC's Pizza. There you go.
I'm gonna
Brian's got a lot of pizza knowledge.
Dude, Brian the pizza guy. Brian, if you're so smart, I want to hear from you. What percentage of Americans order a pizza at least once a month? I want to hear from you, Brian. Progressive G, Jay, Callum, Jim, William, Alfie Man. Alfredo, that's a great name for a pizza shop. Christian, let me know. What percentage of Americans order a pizza at least once a month? No, Brian, I'm not asking for you. I'm asking for a percentage of Americans. He says 99%. Callum says 74. Way off. Progressive G, 50. No, the correct answer is Christian. 93% of Americans order a pizza at least one time a month. Calvin, what percentage of viewers are ordering a pizza after this podcast?
100%.
100%.
100%.
All right, this is an easy one. Fact number 3, pepperoni is America's favorite pizza topping.
I mean, duh.
That's like shooting fish in a barrel. That's an easy one. I got to report this article. Okay, number 4, pizza consumption is highest during big game days.
Of course it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I find that funny.
Why do you find that funny?
I didn't eat any pizza on Sunday.
That's true. We were talking about ordering it, though.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then Matt showed up with a whole a cooler full of food. Ribs and tri-tip, all sorts of stuff. There's wings. Man, we ate good on Sunday. That was fun.
Oh, za, dude. Callum's got it right. Za. Callum's a surfer. Za. Get some of that za, bro. All right. Pizza fact number 5. Pizza was first developed as an easy and affordable meal for low-income families. Wow, they better tell that to Round Table Pizza. Jesus Christ, those guys are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I feel like pizza is such a good food because, like, can you imagine another food that can be so, like, I don't want to say like broad, but just like so different.
So versatile?
So versatile, yeah.
You can eat it cold. You can eat it hot. You can eat it for breakfast.
No, I meant like topping wise and like.
Oh, I haven't even gotten to the toppings yet. You didn't let me go. You didn't let me continue.
Like, for example, eggs. Right? I guess that's a bad example.
I was going to say, you better be careful where you're going right now.
I'm thinking like breakfast eggs. Yeah. You know, there's only so many ways, right?
I guess. There's a lot of different
pizza
combinations for eggs.
Pizza, it hits every single one of those things on the pyramid. If you wanted to, right?
It's even shaped like a pyramid.
It is shaped like a food pyramid. Man, we got to get sponsored by a pizza company. All right, number 6. Do you know?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Do you know the home to the first pizzeria in the United States?
That's too easy.
Which city?
That's way too easy.
Why?
New York.
How?
Obviously, it's New York.
Why?
Because that's where all the Ellis Island, all the immigrants show up in New York City.
Boom. New York style, greater than Chicago style.
No, I disagree with that 100%. My dad will tell me otherwise, but Chicago style is better. But yes, of course the first pizzeria was in New York City.
At Hometown, okay, Alfie Man says, at Hometown Buffet, I was 150 less. I sat across from a 250-pound girl in college, and I out-ate her. And I ran my 34 minutes in the 10,000 meters. Wow. Congratulations, Alfie, man. I mean, you know what they say. You watch all the hot dog eaters, all those guys. It's not the big people that can eat a lot.
Oh,
dude.
No,
it's
definitely.
Small. You got to have the ability for it to expand. Because if you have too much fat, it prevents the stomach expansion.
Absolutely.
Alfie, man, I'm curious what your technique was. Do you dip it in water and shove it in your mouth, or do you just eat the pizza cold, hot? I need more details. Okay, Calvin, another fact. Fact number 7. Asha's going to be pissed. No, sorry, that's fact 8. Fact 7. Pizza became popular in the U.S. after World War II.
That's not a question.
Why do you think?
True or false?
Why do you think so? What happened in World War II that just made everyone like, you know what?
I don't know.
Pizza's not that bad.
The end of the Depression? I have no idea.
It says, although pizza was widely sold in the U.S. from the early 1900s, it only became popular after World War II. Interesting. This was likely because of the large number of U.S. soldiers stationed in Italy, Calvin. Italy.
There you go.
These soldiers grew to like pizza and helped to make the dish more popular as they influenced people on their return.
Makes sense.
I love Italy, and I love pizza, and I love eating pizza in Italy, and I can't believe there's still 25 people here watching us
neither can I.
talk about pizza. All right. Fact number 8.
I didn't see it. I've stopped looking. I'm not cheating on the test anymore.
Turn down my thing. Do you know, Calvin, this is a question for you. And if you guys want to help him here in the chat, feel free. Feel free.
I'll probably need the help. So.
And Jose, I thought that same thing when I was reading Alfie Man's response. Cal, do you know what the world's most expensive pizza cost?
One pizza?
Yeah, one pizza.
No, I have no idea. I'm going to say $300.
Okay, so the most expensive pizza in the world is the creation of master chef Renato Viola of Italy. The Louis the 13th costs about $12,000 and is topped with lobster, 3 types of caviar, buffalo mozzarella, pink Australian salt, and what the Squilla mantis? I have no idea what that is.
Well, that's why it costs so much.
Is that like a praying mantis?
I mean, I have no idea. That it's not even pizza anymore at that point. It's not worth it.
All right, last one, Calvin. Do you know the diameter of the largest pizza in the world?
No, it's way too much. I'm going to say it's probably like 20 feet.
Way off.
Bigger?
Bigger. Much bigger.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be like one of those giant squash or pumpkins that, you know, it grew to like 13,000 pounds or
has
something.
a name. It has its own name.
I don't know the answer.
It was made in Rome, Italy. Man, they got a lot of these records. You know what I noticed? I got to talk to Nick next time, because when I was in Italy, there was a lot of really, really like in shape people. And apparently they have the biggest and most expensive pizzas and all these things about Italy. They eat a lot of pizza and they're in shape. We're going to have a talk with Nick about that.
I got nothing.
Okay. The largest.
Topped with Skrilla.
And it was 100% gluten-free. That is crazy. Wow.
We all want to know, Barry.
The largest pizza is 122 yards and 8 inches in diameter.
Oh, it's bigger than a foot. That's not even possible. It's bigger than a football field?
Oh, sorry, feet. 122 feet. I mean, I wasn't sure in Italy if they're going to use our system. Yards. Don't they use the metric system?
Oh, man, they fly it in on a couple of blimps and lay it down right in the middle of the Coliseum.
All right, the 10th fact, Calvin. The average cost of a slice of pizza in New York City is equivalent to the price of a subway ticket.
Is that a true or false question, or that's a fact?
This is a fact.
Okay.
Interesting fact about pizza. All right, I found another one. 20 interesting facts. No, 36 amazing facts about pizza.
Oh, my God.
And I would love to read them to you.
It was nice knowing you guys. This is the end of Royal Rebounds as we know it.
Yeah, we're not talking about pizza anymore. Anyways, we want to thank you guys so much for hanging out. We love you all so much. Sorry, YouTube, for ruining all of our rankings tonight, all of our statistics by rambling about pizza for way, way too long. Calvin, I'm sorry, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry, though. I don't have to go, get in the car, drive, and wait, sit down, wait to order, wait for the food to get made.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go in the kitchen and start destroying stuff.
Oh, actually, I was going to say one more thing.
I don't have any pizza
before everybody leaves. So, most expensive pizza, $12,000, right?
Yeah.
You know the place that I work now, Fleetwood's. Did you ever hear about their $10,000?
No, $10,000?
Yeah, they used to have a $10,000 burger on the menu.
So they sprinkle diamonds on it?
No, even better.
Sprinkle diamonds on everything.
It came with a Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Oh, I did hear about that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know the funniest thing about it? It costs extra if you wanted cheese on your burger. Is that ridiculous? I remember talking to the old manager, and he's like, yeah, we actually sell like quite a bit of those, and people just write it off as like a business. Like they buy it and then they like donate the motorcycle.
Smart.
Pretty crazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Yeah, we're going to start our own Royal Pizza Company. Please don't forget to smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button. We love you all so much. Hopefully you have a wonderful All-Star weekend. If you miss us, send us a message on Twitter. We would love to hear from you guys. Calvin, I mean, last question. What's the most pizza you've ever eaten in one sitting?
Oh, I've had an entire extra large pizza in one sitting many times. Many times.
That's it?
Yeah.
You can't eat more than Alfie, man.
Well, I mean, no, that's true. I can't out-eat Alfie, man.
Maybe, you know what would be exciting? Maybe
and I wouldn't be running 10,000 meters or whatever it was after that.
I think we should have a pizza off between you and Alfie, man. After the playoff
we can't have a pizza off without Nick.
Oh, well, we can invite Nick, too.
I mean, that would just be cruel and unusual.
You know what we can do? We can get a chain. We'll do like the chain, right? But it'll be like Flava Flavs, but it'll have a pizza on it instead of a clock. No, like the whole thing, like a clock.
And it'll be made out of caviar and gold, like that pizza in Rome.
That would be really, really exciting. Let's put that on the schedule.
Okay.
You're in?
Of course I'm in.
Alfie, man, you're in?
Yeah, he's in.
He's in? We're going to have a pizza off. Playoffs.
Jim wants shows during the All-Star break.
Jim, that's a good question. I would love to do some shows during the All-Star break. I'm actually supposed to go camping for like 3 or 4 days and do some fishing and a lot of fun stuff. However, the weather is not supposed to be very good.
Yeah, it's not looking
good. So if there's bad weather, I'll happily do some shows.
We'll keep you informed. Keep you in the loop.
When do you want to do a show?
I'm actually going to be single this weekend. My girlfriend is going to Washington to hang out with her family.
That is not the right you're not single this weekend.
I know. That was definitely the wrong thing to say. I'm sorry. I'm going to be alone for the weekend.
Okay.
So I'm free to do a show any day.
What if we did a show eating pizza?
I'm down.
We'll just eat pizza on the next show. Why not?
MVP of the All-Star game. Who is it?
Oh, MVP of the All-Star game? I'm going to say De'Aaron Fox. I think he wants it.
Wow, really?
I think he wants it.
That would be something.
It's pretty rare. I feel like it's not usually a starter.
I think it is a starter a lot of times.
Or sorry, what I mean is like I feel like it's not like normally like a main guy. Like LeBron, like how many All-Star MVPs does he really have?
They're all main guys, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like not like the biggest star doesn't. Like usually they have like 1 or 2. Like how many does LeBron have?
MVPs?
Yeah. All-Star game
good
MVPs.
Question.
Not that many. Like a guy that should have a lot, right? He doesn't. It goes to like the other people, like Westbrook, right? Westbrook was like, I want to get All-Star MVP, blah, blah, blah. Maybe De'Aaron Fox feels that way. I don't know. But I'm going to go with Fox.
Man, that's tough. There's a lot of really good. You know what? I'm actually going to say Donovan Mitchell is the All-Star MVP this year. He's got 71 points in a game this season. He has the most 40-point games scored this year.
Yep.
And where is the All-Star game?
The place that hates him.
I think he's going to show out.
Good call. I want to change.
Donovan Mitchell.
I want to change my answer, Progressive G. I agree with Calvin. Donovan Mitchell. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the channel so you get notified when we do go live. Calvin and I will try and schedule something a little bit in advance so that you guys have a heads up. We'll also post about it on Twitter. So please follow us, Royal_Rebounds on Twitter. And yeah, also when it rains and it storms here, sometimes we lose power, sometimes we lose internet. So we're going to try our best. But
might have been a good thing for this show, but it didn't happen. So.
Yeah, we love you all so much. You guys have a wonderful night and go eat some pizza. Where the fuck is the bouncer?